Hello traders, welcome to your daily market technical update for Wednesday the 18th of February 2015, and we will dive into it and have a look at the daily chart here of the New Zealand. As I mentioned in the fundamental video, we did have support on the back of much better dairy price auction, and now that's been a few in a row that have starting a trend here that perhaps the dairy price has bounced, and we've had a few consecutive, so it's been quite optimistic for the New Zealand dollar, and that should continue to offer support. However, we are reaching some pretty critical resistance levels, being the 76 area, which was historical support, and it's also a fib level, and where we are right now at 75 and a half. So I've pulled a Fibonacci from the low to the high of this major fall, and now trying to gauge resistance areas on a pullback. So bearing in mind the data and the gap here needs to be filled at some point, I am looking for a resistance at some point in this area. And long trades I don't have a lot of, besides some scalping opportunities, and you could make some trades like a run up to 76 and breakouts of historical resistance levels. So keep an eye on that, but take note of the big longer picture and the big story. The Australian dollar, likewise, it's had a bounce as well due to the RBA minutes, as I mentioned, and check out the fundamental video for more details on that. However, we are also starting to test some Fibonacci levels here, so keep an eye on for some resistance. I am very negative on the Australian economy. I do believe we will get more interest rate cuts in the future. The market right now, due to the minutes, is having a bit of a relief rally on the back of potentially not seeing a cut as indicated by the Fed, or the reading between the lines. The RBA, I should say, didn't actually say that they won't be having a cut. They just said that they were considering a cut in February, or whether they were going to cut in March. So I am expecting a resistance to kick in at some point between now and 79 cents. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't like trading this one long. It's not the easy money. There's other opportunities like the pound. And as you can see, we had this big breakout, which was fantastic. And we've had a consolidation, and we had a pullback on Monday. And then we had a nothing day yesterday where the market had a big indecision candle. We have an uptrend where it's touched, and then now the market's touching again. It's a very clean bullish trend signal for now, and if the fundamentals support it tonight, as I've indicated in the fundamental video, we could definitely see it start its journey further north, as I've indicated that I expect that to happen. If I look at a 4-hour chart, there's support at 153 or $1.53. I've got my stop loss under there for the trade that we've placed, and the entry about here, where the market's not far from where the market is. We had a bit of a run up after we got in, and we hit resistance at $1.54. I believe that we will break through that tonight. However, the stop loss there, if that's broken, it means that we've taken out support, we've taken out the trend line, and the trade just wasn't meant to be. I'm quite happy with this, and I'll stay in that trade. I will show you, let me go back to a 4-hourly chart. I'll pull a Fibonacci from the high to the swing low, and we've got a bounce at Fib 50s here. And if we do see an extension, I've got an extension just happens to be just short of the previous resistance level, or the next major resistance level, and therefore I have my take profit target number 2 there, and I've got my take profit target number 1 here at $1.54,900. So there's 2 take profit areas. They're the reasons why, and we'll see how it plays out. The euro got support, as I mentioned, just due to the Bloomberg story, but we are still within the range, and I don't see it breaking out until we actually either get a deal or not. Then Bloomberg mentioned that they believe the deal will be done this week. Oil prices bounced as well, so we had a little bit of buying last night. It's a news headlines market still that I just keep saying every day, and that hasn't changed. So it's one that I'm staying out of, but if you want to play in that area, best of luck to you. We have a top formation where we've got lower highs and we've got a support level that keeps being tested here on the US dollar versus the CAD. We've got the FOMC minutes out tonight. If we do get some indication of a rate rise, we could see the US dollar pick up some strength, bounce off this support, and it hold its level here at $1.24. But if they do not mention anything about a rate rise and oil continues to rally, there is a bit of support under oil over the last week, well then this support level could be broken and we could see some lower prices. So there's potential breakout trading opportunity there where the support level finally gives way and it starts to collapse on the back of strong oil prices and potentially the FOMC minutes not quite delivering what the market expects. The US dollar JAP, now we've been focused on this one for a little bit. We had this big breakout here which we traded. We had a pullback and consolidation over a few sessions, and then last night the US dollar was back in favour. Now, it wasn't back in favour for data because the data was mixed, but bond yields started to improve. And everybody is getting pretty excited about the FOMC minutes, and they do expect that they will be quite bullish. So there was some anticipation there, and it shows that the market is willing to jump back into the dollar should tonight's announcement be what they're looking for. I believe that I am a bull on this. So if I go to the 4-hourly chart, I've got my stop loss under here and we are in the trade, and I believe that we shall see a bounce and continue. So it's a long-term fundamental story, and I believe that we're going to continue to see higher swing lows and higher swing highs, meaning that we could possibly be within a trending market. So, and we could have a channel here that the market is now trading in. So we'll see what happens tonight with the minutes, and we will see how things pan out there with the US dollar JAP. So that's the thinking behind some trades. Keep an eye on the minutes, keep an eye on the pound. They're the US dollar and the Great British Pound's what's in play today, so keep an eye on that. The euro versus the pound could also be affected depending on the pound news and the euro being quite stagnant, and we could get some pound cross pairs actually get affected as well. So keep an eye on the markets and keep an eye on Twitter. I will be trading tonight, and I will be posting the news, the opinions, and any updates to the two trades that I currently have on. And if I see some scalping opportunities to make 10 or 20 pips here and there, I'll be sure to let you know. That's it for me for this week. As I mentioned in the fundamental video, I'll be away and out of town for the next 2 days. I apologise for that. I will be back Monday. So please have a great rest of the trading week, and until next week, trade well.